Jumping into the game, we can see that YoGo is spawning in the lower right portion of King Sejong Station. And his opponent from Team Dignitas, the green Zerg player, Tefel, spawning in the top left. Again, neither player opting to go for a 10 pool or something like that. Just an extractor trick, and going to see we're probably going to see a pretty boring Roach game, to be quite honest. It is a ZVZ after all, and this is King Sejong Station. Tefel once again pool first. He almost never goes 15 hatch or 16 hatch or whatever. Never does that. Always opens pool first in every matchup. I guess he goes, or he lives by the saying, better safe than sorry. So YoGo actually going for a 15, 16, 16 opening here. Hatch, pool gas. Gas pool, excuse me. Whereas Tefel is pretty much so far doing a gasless opener. He may be taking a gas after he starts his queen and lings. There we go. Just getting the queen, no lings actually. Please not just yet. No. Skipping the lings entirely to be greedy and have more drones than his opponent. So the gas timings, once more, are going to be slightly in favor of YoGo. Not as heavily favor as in the previous ZVZ, where we saw Zhuge taking a rather late gas. So this is just going to be a slight difference, small one. Tefel probably will go into roaches himself. YoGo getting the link speed. Let's see if he gets a bailing nest with the next 50 gas to stay safe, to be absolutely sure that nothing will happen to him in the foreseeable future. There we go, bailing nest going down for YoGo, and you know, this is interesting that he builds all of his structures in the main base. Usually you see Zerg players trying to build a semi-wall off or of some sort here at the front, but YoGo, no, he's not going to be that guy. He builds everything in his main base, and that's just as well, because it's more difficult to scout and keeps those buildings nice and safe, all tucked all the way in the back. Tefel pulling 2 drones off gas, getting the getting the bailing nest. We have the first lings being produced from YoGo, so he may try to go for an attack over here. That's way too many lings to be just defensive. If you want to play defensive, you get banelings. Just a couple of banelings, just a couple of lings. The one baneling can keep you safe versus an infinite number of speedlings, if you, so to speak. I mean, it's not in the literal sense of the word, but you get the meaning. Tefel, 2 defensive banelings on the top of the ramp. And other than that, he'll just get a spine crawler, a couple more lings, a couple more banelings, and that's it. So Tefel definitely playing the defensive. Ooh, bad trade there. 2 lings for 1 baneling, definitely not a good trade. Not such a one that you want to make. Looks like, wow. Oh, those drones! Oh my god! Oh my god! Late spread by Tefel, but still lost only 5 workers. And for the time being, at least, the attack has been held. 26 lings lost for YoGo, and only 5 drones and 9 lings lost for Tefel. A very successful defense, if I do say so myself. And now Tefel has just way too many lings for YoGo to make this work. He's still going forward with the Ling Baneling attack or aggression. This is just not gonna work. Couple decent trades there for YoGo, however. His Banelings are gonna get taken out with the Spine Crawler over here. Again, a couple more drones going down, 10 drones. But Tefel still way ahead on the economy front. 33 drones to 23. And he still has quite enough Banelings out to defend himself with. He's even going to get these Banelings that just now hatched. Nice hits there, and so far YoGo just unable to break this, and at this point I don't think he even will ever in the future. Tefel just stabilized so well, and YoGo just cannot find an opening. Cannot find an opening in Tefel's defense. Still 32 drones to 23, despite Tefel having to make a couple of spine crawlers, and now Tefel will be able to rebound from this. The attack has stopped, however. YoGo going back into drones. Tefel will notice that no further Banelings are being made, no further Lings are being flooded in. So he'll know that his opponent started to drone up once more. He's taking an additional gas, and Tefel even cancels those Banelings, knowing that well, okay, I'm not gonna need them. Canceling the Spine Crawler as well. Tefel knows exactly what is up. He gets a Roach Warren. Oh my god, that's been scouted, so he cancels that, gets an Evolution Chamber, and goes into Lair immediately. Does he want to go? What? I'm not entirely sure I understand that move. But, wait, has Tefel seen anything? No. I don't think he has. A couple more Lings being picked off. A couple more Banelings, excuse me. Tefel getting a third base. And I think his opponent is going to go into Mutalisks, by the looks of it. YoGo, that is. Tefel already has his lair on the way. He's getting +1, so he... is he going to move into Roaches? He doesn't have a Roach Warren, however, which is a little bit weird. He may go straight into Hydralisks. Oh, there's the Roach Warren, okay. Coming a little bit too late. You kind of want to have that already on the field. And there's a Spire from YoGo. Tefel, I think if he builds a couple of Spore Crawlers, he's going to be completely fine. His third is going to be done before the first Mutalisk even enter production, so if he gets a couple of Spores at the third base, he can just move out on the map with Roaches, no problem. 6 Lings into production, 6 Overlords in production for Tefel, so he's definitely getting ready to explode forward with Roaches. In the meantime, YoGo trying to harass the third base a little bit, but not having much luck. Tefel, I think he scouted the entire base. Yes, he has with the Changeling. And a couple of exchanges over here. YoGo trying to get rid of all the Banelings before he attacks that third base. Infestation Pit going up for Tefel, so he's going to be defending Mutalisks with, not with the help of Hydras, but with the help of Infestors. Whoa! Nice detonation there for YoGo. Got a couple of Lings and Banelings there, but I doubt he'll get much more. Gets his third base. Well, he's not gonna have that many Mutalisks, to be sure. He didn't have that much gas, and the Spores are already in place for Tefel. He has the Infestation Pit down, but unfortunately not researching any Pathogen Glands. So he still may take some damage from this. In the very least, he will lose a couple of Overlords, and that will buy YoGo enough time to get his gases going and his drones going at the third base. But here's a smart thing: he actually is not going to continue with the Mutalisks. He only made enough to force Tefel to react, to build those Spores, to get those Pathogen Glands, to get those Infestors. But in fact, he'll be transitioning into double upgraded Roaches. Tefel already has +1 on missile attacks on the field. But these are going to be done in 2 minutes time, so YoGo not going to be too far behind in terms of upgrades. Just has to be careful about not losing too many more of these Mutalisks. He so far only lost one, and Tefel should know what is going on, because the Mutalisk count is not rising here for YoGo, and Tefel knows it's not rising. So he should definitely transition out of these infestors. Adding on Hydralisk Den. He does have the advantage of having already infestors out. Oh, does catch a lot of those Mutalisks actually, but I don't think he'll be able to kill those. Ah, yes, now he will. More infestors are coming in. One more fungal should do it. There we go. And now suddenly we only have 2 Mutalisks remaining, and that's nothing Tefel needs to be concerned about, as he does have spores to deal with the rest, so he can return to maxing out on Roach Hydralisks. Let's take a look at the unit counts. We can see that 20 Roaches versus 15 and more incoming. Hydroden is done for YoGo as well. He's getting Grooved Spines upgrade right now, just as Tefel is. And his 1 more upgrades are about to finish, so actually YoGo in a pretty decent position. The army supplies are very even, the economy is very even, but YoGo will be up by 1 upgrade on Tefel once his +1 armor finishes. So he should be trading a little bit better against Tefel's army. Tefel, however, he does have those infestors, but you know, that's a supply you don't have in directly in fighting units. So those infestors, once they spend all of those fungals, they cannot fight any longer. Whereas YoGo, he only has Roach Baneling Hydra on the field. So I think his army is a little bit better off than Tefel's is, and Tefel is walking right into a trap over here. He could fungal the top flank, but I think he'll have to actually... this is... Nice fungal on the top, but the bottom flank is coming in, and I still don't think this is a good position for Tefel. He's getting +2 missile attacks, but the infestors have already spent all of their energy. Tefel probably... Wow, what do you know? He's actually pushing in. Whew! I never imagined that could have been the case. But he's definitely going to lose all of those infestors, as YoGo's reinforcements are going to be here a lot faster than Tefel will be able to bring in his units. YoGo, will you be able to hold on to your 3rd base? That is the question. And here's where the upgrades are really starting to show for YoGo, who's going to take out all the rest of Tefel's army, going to hunt down the infestors if he can. That's going to be a huge loss for Tefel right there. The army supply is a little bit lower right now for YoGo, and he did lose a couple of drones there, but not too much. Tefel up by 30 supply now on YoGo, and he's going to kind of equalize the upgrade war, because he's getting +2 missile attacks, and YoGo stopped upgrading from his evolution chambers, which is kind of a shame. He really could have extended that lead going further into the late game. But right now he's battered and bruised, and Tefel is getting a 4th base. YoGo will not be happy when he sees that. Yeah, definitely will not be happy. And he has to do something about that 4th base. I mean, he cannot just allow that base to continue mining, right? So he's going to move out. Tefel already in position. He kind of expects this attack to come. Finally, YoGo continuing his upgrades, but he'll be a little bit behind on those for a while. Going to break down the backdoor rocks. Tefel sees that, responds immediately. Will he respond in time? I mean, the best YoGo I think can hope for here is to get a couple of good kills. No, he's going for the important tech structures here, trying to get the Hydralisk Den, and he does get it. Good fungal lands, but the hatchery falls as well. Overall, this was a very successful attack by YoGo, and he's even going to take a fight below the ramp, which Tefel does not want to take. this was a nicely done. This was nicely done. Behind that, YoGo took a 4th base, and I wouldn't be surprised if he swings around the map through the center and tries to attack the 4th as well. But Tefel maxed out, still up 30 supplies on his opponent. He's pouncing forward, trying to counterattack, and immediately YoGo cancels the 4th base even before Tefel gets over there. And will he try to position to cut off his army, or is he going to try and take the fight? He positions his army on top, on the high ground. But still, Tefel, yeah, this is a good initiation by Tefel so far. Gets a couple free kills while half of YoGo's army is up here, and now YoGo coming in. Has to be careful of the fungals not clumping his units up too much. First fungal hits, as does the second one. That gets a nice chunk of YoGo's army right there. And YoGo is losing a lot of HP over there. In the top on those roaches, thanks to those fungals, has to pull back, and right now this second fight that he took at his 3rd base was way less beneficial for him than the first one, and I doubt he'll be able to keep a hold of his 3rd base. No, it does go down. Tefel will be able to push forward. YoGo GG's, and Tefel takes game number 1.